Mesdames, Mesdemoiselles, Messieurs, bonsoir et bienvenue dans ce nouvel épisode d'Alan Wake. Et aujourd'hui, on se retrouve pour l'épisode 4, si je dis pas de bêtises, d'Alan Wake. Je suis désolé si j'ai la voix un peu cassée ou si j'ai le nez un peu bouché, mais je suis un poil malade. Voilà. Comme ça, vous saurez. J'ai le nez vraiment bien bouché en fait, et c'est surtout sur le haut du nez, donc du coup, c'est à sale. Tout ceci étant dit, on s'en était arrêté au moment où Alan se faisait repêcher dans le lac. Il était tombé dans le lac à cause... On avait vu du coup le kidnappeur se faire prendre par une tornade noire. On s'est fait prendre dans cette tornade aussi et on s'est fait repêcher dans le lac et là on se retrouve on ne sait où parce qu'on ne sait pas où est-ce qu'on va être amené. Spoiler alert, c'est ce qu'il y a sur l'écran là maintenant. On s'en doutait que ça allait être lié, de toute façon, vous allez le voir. C'est parti.
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you lied.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
Alors, ce qu'il vient de décrire, ça s'appelle la déréalisation.
There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
Alors du coup, ouais, ce qu'il venait de décrire, c'est ce qu'on appelle la
The
déréalisation.
door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah, I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message, loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Ouais, vous me lavez le cerveau.
This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course.
Oh, un jeu Nice Spring avec le background d'Alan Wake. Nickel con. Ah bah je crois que c'était une Xbox qu'il y avait ici. Mais bon, ça c'est parce qu'ils avaient un contrat avec Xbox, maintenant ils n'ont plus donc ils peuvent plus le prendre. Si ça c'est pas... Je crois que c'est la cabine. Ah oui c'est la cabine avec l'autre bidule machin chouette là-bas, là où il y avait Stucky. En haut. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Si c'était pas aussi une carte, ça m'étonnerait pas qu'il y ait derrière ça des références. Night Spring et des bonbons.
I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
J'arrive. Toutes les peintures sont cachées. Est-ce que je peux essayer de les voir? Non. Trop sombre pour les voir. Ici? Non, je peux pas. Un ours. Oh. En tout cas, il y a pas mal de petits trucs par-ci par-là, regarde. Ah, ok, j'entre avec lui.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
À mon avis, c'est ce qu'on a très souvent des patients, mais là, je suis pas sûr que ce soit vrai, quoi.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Il y a beaucoup de trucs psychologiques qui sont vrais dans ce qu'il dit. J'ai déjà étudié un petit peu la psychologie, enfin, de manière personnelle, pour savoir que ce qu'il dit est assez vrai. Mais ça, jeu vidéo, c'est pas forcément vrai. On va voir ce qu'il y a. Non, il y a un thermos. Il y a un thermos, je peux prendre le thermos? Non, je peux pas prendre le thermos, pas pour l'instant. Ok, j'ai compris.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
Wow.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk. Hartman obviously loved his own voice. His words echoed madly inside my head. I dug my nails into the palms of my hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
Alors j'ai étudié assez psychologique pour savoir que ce qu'il dit est complètement possible. Et je dois avouer que la première fois que j'ai joué à Alan Wake, j'étais en mode est-ce que c'est vrai, c'est pas vrai. J'étais vraiment en train de me demander si c'était le cas ou pas. Mais maintenant que je lis les pages, je suis en mode non, pas possible. Donc pour en revenir vite fait, 2 secondes. Première chose en fait qui s'est passée quand on s'est réveillé, genre l'impression de voir quelque chose à la 3e personne, ça s'appelle la déréalisation, ça peut arriver à tout le monde. De manière en fait complètement banale. Tout le monde peut l'avoir. Au moins une fois dans sa vie. Ça peut arriver. Moi ça m'est arrivé plusieurs fois et malheureusement en fait c'est quand ça arrive de manière récurrente, c'est qu'il y a quelque chose d'autre derrière. Le truc avec l'imagination, ça me fait aussi penser à autre chose. Bon, il y a des personnes qui eux se réfugient dans des fantaisies mais qui savent que ces fantaisies là sont fausses. ça les empêche pas de devenir en fait de très bons entre guillemets écrivains dans leur tête et d'avoir de très bonnes histoires à raconter. Mais il faut quand même en fait faire la différence entre si une personne le sait ou si une personne ne le sait pas. Parce que c'est quelque chose qui a été découvert très récemment en fait, que certaines personnes utilisaient leur imagination, même de manière consciente, pour pouvoir échapper à la réalité. Le problème c'est que ça devient un problème avec le temps quoi. Et c'est toujours dû à un trauma. Donc c'est pas faux ce qu'il dit, c'est même très possible. Lady a très bien fait son taf. Mais voilà, je voulais juste faire une petite parenthèse parce que ceux qui me connaissent le sauront pourquoi.
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
On a 2 thermos à café.
Scary, scary, scary.
Emerson.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay, sorry. Ew.
That's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on
Elbow
video
strike.
games.
Ooh, yeah.
It's trash, of course, but it does
Get
involve
him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Alors le fait qu'il considère pas les jeux vidéo comme de l'art, j'ai envie de le baffer.
You might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Madame qui chante.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better. Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
Elle a une sale gueule l'orage. Je dis elle, mais c'est un orage, pas une orage. Bon. Allons récupérer notre schmilblick. Patient rooms.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Donc je peux pas l'activer. Et on a encore un QR code. Je suis parti voir les 3, ce que ça donnait. Enfin, je sais pas si j'ai regardé les 3, mais c'est des teasers en fait pour Alan Wake 2. Et j'aime beaucoup en fait qu'ils aient fait ça parce que c'est incroyable. Prendre le thermos, à mon avis, il faudra que je remonte après. Enfin, à mon avis, non. Il va falloir que je remonte après. Mais il faudra que je regarde un peu les vidéos et si vous voulez, je pourrais vous mettre un lien vers les vidéos. Par contre, je vous mettrai un lien vers les vidéos originales qui, je crois, sont sur la chaîne YouTube de Remedy. J'ai pas trop envie de leur piquer leur argent, on va dire. Non, y a rien. Ah, il y a un truc que je peux lire. C'est pas où. Est-ce que je peux lire? Ah, c'est ça. Bienvenue à Conrad Lake Lodge. Nous sommes là pour vous offrir l'aide spécialisée dont vous avez besoin. Cependant, veillez sur la procédure. Demandez à vos proches de prévoir leur visite avant qu'ils n'interrompent pas notre thérapie et vos périodes de créativité. Respectez également la vie privée des autres patients et leur espace personnel, surtout lorsqu'ils sont en plein processus créatif. Soyez patients. En général, nos patients souffrent de problèmes de créativité durable qui ne se résolvent pas rapidement. Accordez-vous le temps nécessaire. N'oubliez pas que vous recevez volontairement des soins spécialement adaptés à vos besoins. L'engagement thérapie TM, et cette méthode associée de flow TM fonctionne mieux lorsque vous vous impliquez pleinement. Si vous avez des problèmes, n'hésitez pas à nous en faire part. Je fais pas trop confiance à ce docteur.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark. Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny.
Yeah!
Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Oh,
My
it's
head
so
was
adorable.
clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Yeah, no.
We
Sorry,
have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed! Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other rider.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
Yeah, au départ.
Tired. Built the farm close to the lake. A place of power.
En tout cas, ça nous apprend pas mal de choses. Déjà, les Anderson, au départ, ils nous adoraient, maintenant, ils nous détestent. Mais on a laissé la porte grande ouverte pour quelque chose. Ouais.
I'm
Oui,
a
monsieur.
bad dream. heard a nightmare because all dreams are only imagination. They're only in your head and they're not there when you wake up. So you can't wake up because I'm in charge now and I don't want to disappear.
You know who jumpy. You know how they get.
Gotcha. The doc's got me looking after Wake here, but holler if they get too rowdy.
I'll do that, Birch.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? The typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Ah oui, c'est vrai que on a aussi une page à lire. Je vais lire maintenant.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emile, he would have given it up. But Emile convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words.
Émile? Mais qui est cet Émile? À mon avis, c'est l'ancien visage de ce truc qui nous suit. Alors moi, j'en sais plus sur l'histoire, donc je vais me taire.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Ça explique des choses. Bon. Je dois retourner dans ma chambre. On m'a dit de prendre les escaliers. C'est pas où? C'est pas là. C'est pas là. Ah, première porte.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer?
I don't know.
Here's a friendly poke from
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we?
Les Anderson Brothers. Je les adore.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
En gros, il utilise de la menace. Cet homme est un connard fini.
Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they?
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office wing from Sinclair.
Ah, on sait où il a trouvé un marteau celui-là.
I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Maybe you could come out and beat our wrinkled adult diapered asses for us, since you're so tough, Birch.
Ah, les brothers, les Anderson Brothers. Je les adore ces gars, je les adore, ils sont trop mignons.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
I am famous. I represent a celebrity. They'll be looking for me. Oh, that's how you want to play it? Is that how you want to play it? Really? Okay, that's how we'll play it. It'll be hardball.
Paris.
Jerk. Seriously, man, I'm willing to forget the whole thing if you let me out now. Just let me out! Hey, you think I can't hear you out there? I hear you just fine. You what, is this how you get your kicks, Hardman? I knew you were weird. You got that weird guy look. If you're one of those nurses, I'll double what he's paying, okay? Do you have any idea how much I make as an agent of a best-selling writer? A lot. Is a personal check good?
J'adore Barry.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right. Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake, what would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes. And I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems. Always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him. And we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry, man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Je suis pas sûr que ça lui fasse grand chose dans l'état où elle est. La pauvre. Parti sur clavier souris alors qu'il fallait que je prenne la manette de...
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
C'était écrit dans l'une des pages, et c'est ce moment-là. Comme je disais, c'est écrit dans l'une des pages, et c'est ce moment-là qui m'a fait me rendre compte que c'était important de lire les pages. Qu'à la base, je pensais que c'était pour le kidnappeur, et puis quand j'ai vu que c'était en fait pour Hartman, j'ai dit non mais c'est beaucoup trop bien écrit en fait.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
Hartman avait vraiment envie de nous utiliser en fait. Je me demande s'il connaît pas, j'en ai pensé, mais il connaît peut-être le secret du lac. C'est peut-être pour ça qu'il s'est mis à côté du lac pour pouvoir influencer les créateurs. Ah. Ouf. Pas ouf tout ça. Je suis en train de me rattraper au secours. Ah.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
On sait où il faut aller. Il faut aller en haut. Hop. À mon avis, il va falloir le faire plus d'une fois. Mais... Ah mais c'est bon, c'est hors de mon chemin déjà, donc autant se gourer de se barrer. Là c'est un couvert. Aïe. On se en taper aussi. Ouch. Faut passer par c'est pas haut. Ah, il n'y a pas assez de luminosité là-dedans. Ah, ah c'est bien ça. Je vois pas où je suis supposé aller. Très peu de choses là-dedans. Ouh les shit. Ah. Donne des trucs pour les utiliser après.
Most of us have felt its shadow on us. A shiver down your back, a glimpse from the corner of the eye. You can't find it on purpose, but take a wrong turn, board the wrong bus, wonder where you are when you wake up, and you will find yourself in the small town of Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Doomed Samaritan. Sometimes, even the simplest things prove impossible. Consider, you get in a car and leave a life behind. Easy? Not tonight.
Thanks for the ride, Mark. I'm so glad to be leaving this place. You have no idea.
What, Night Springs? Come on, Linda, relax. It's not that bad. Hey, what's that up ahead?
Oh, God. There's someone in the road. I think there's been an accident. Are you all right?
Oh no, Linda! Oh no! It was me on the road! Wait! Tell him to watch out for the truck! Watch out for the truck!
My God, Mark?
Oh, please! God, no! Linda! Linda!
Thanks for the ride, Mark. I'm so glad to be leaving this place.
What, Night Springs? Come on, Linda, relax. It's not that bad. Hey, what's that up ahead?
Oh, God. There's someone in the road. I think there's been an accident. Are you all right?
Oh no, Linda! Oh no! It was me on the road! Wait! Tell him to watch out for the truck! Watch out for the truck!
My God, Mark?
And there you have it. A vicious cycle, brutally punctuated by the blast of an air horn and screaming metal. Many roads are dangerous, but none more so than the one that leads away from Night Springs.
Bon, donc quand le son était cassé, je vais potentiellement essayer de vous le réparer.
Parlor tricks, smoke and mirrors. But for some, magic is more than that. It's a way of working the secret machinery of reality itself. And more than one member of that eldritch brotherhood can be found in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, What's in a Name? We find an old man standing on an old, rusting, derelict bridge, leaning his bony frame against the cold steel. And though he looks idle, he is hard at work. His young apprentice attends to him, as good apprentices do.
Yes, yes. Coming along nicely. Don't you think, boy?
Yes, Magus.
Sir, we've been getting some complaints. Are you defacing the bridge?
Oh. No, I wouldn't do that.
Sir, I can see the screwdriver in your hand and the scratches on the steel beams. You've been spotted doing this all over town.
Yes. I have been very busy, but I'm no vandal, officer.
Exactly what are you up to, sir?
He's writing his name on the town.
The youngster is correct. I'm writing my name, my whole name, the entire and complete description of my soul on the town. I'm almost done.
Yeah? Well, all I see is an old man tagging public property.
Oh, I should bow down to the wisdom of your years? Words have power, young man. Names and titles especially.
Uh-huh. And, what's your name supposed to be?
Tell him, boy. Tell him while I finish the carving.
Officer, it's...
Say my name, boy. Say it.
It's Night Springs, officer.
But isn't that... that's the name of the town, isn't it?
Yes, it is from now on.
Wait, where'd he go? Hey, where is he?
Oh, officer. You know where he is, and what he is, don't you? I think you should get in your car and drive away, and remember which town you're serving. Your will be done, Magus.
Ah, yes. There are too many little towns to count, all of them with some little magic of their own. But some towns have more personality than others, and none more so than Night Springs.
Ok, on a eu 2 épisodes de Night Springs qui n'étaient pas très bien déroulés malheureusement, et je sais pas pourquoi. C'était un peu bugué. Les lampes couloir, on les sent pas. Je la connais le truc, hein. Je m'en suis... Comment ça s'appelle? Je m'en suis souvenu dès que j'ai vu le truc ici, mais bon. C'est le truc à la Indiana Jones, hein, quand vous voyez le rouler. Le truc va se pointer sur nous. Allez, viens. Viens. Bon bah, tant pis. Je m'en serais quand même pris. Et maintenant je me casse. Ah, je peux pas. À moins que j'avais utilisé le truc pour me casser. Ah bah, ça a fonctionné au final. Paris! La lumière, oui.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al. Oh God! Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Il y a des trucs à récupérer en plus. J'aurais dû récupérer avant que le schmilblick se fasse. J'étais persuadé qu'il y avait un... Ah, il est là. Je récupère les thermos. Là. Ok. On va y voir comment il est facile. L'idée qu'il est arrivé facilement. Ouais. Bah ça sera avec plaisir. Comme je dis, faut passer par le labyrinthe d'abord. Nada ici. Et je le... Comment ça s'appelle? Je vais l'explorer un petit peu parce que... Comment ça s'appelle? Ah ça fallait s'y attendre. Hein. Il y a pas mal de petits trucs cachés par-ci par-là donc... Hop. Ah, yep là. Oh. Ah, bah je m'inscris.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Hâte de voir ça.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front, and he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Du coup, ce qu'il voulait, c'était nous la foutre à l'envers. Non, mauvaise touche. Obviously. Je sais que... Enfin, je crois qu'il y a des trucs cachés par-ci par-là, mais... Non, je voulais esquiver. Je voulais passer en grade, mais apparemment ça n'a pas fonctionné. Je suis coincé. Ah, j'ai plus de balles. J'avais plus de balles. Oh, Dieu du ciel. Mince. Mauvais endroit. Oui. Pas mal. Mais ouais, je crois qu'il y avait des collectibles en fait, genre les jeux vidéo No Spring, mais je crois qu'ils les ont retirés, peut-être parce qu'il y avait Xbox marqué dessus. Mais je sais pas. À moins que ce soit dans un autre épisode, qu'il y ait les collectibles, mais bon. Je crois que c'était bien ça. Bonjour Hartman. Voilà, par contre, ce qui va être chiant, c'est les oiseaux et Hartman en même temps. Oui, les oiseaux qui font mal. Encore une fois. Alors, il est mort. Et les oiseaux sont encore là et ils sont chats. Là. Coucher les oiseaux. Yeah. Il y a des vilains pas beaux. J'ai quasiment plus de piles. Bon. Let's go continuer du coup. Ça fait déjà 1 heure que je suis dessus. Ah! Fugitif.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Mott. Donc c'était le nom du kidnappeur. Tout ça pour ça. Tout ça pour de la cupidité. Incroyable. Ce que les gens sont capables de faire pour avoir... Bon, après c'est un jeu, mais... Je me dis qu'il y a moyen que ça se passe. Hein. Rien à récupérer, nada. La dernière 0. Je suis légèrement fatigué, vous en faites pas. Tout va bien. Hop. On s'en est sorti comme des chefs. Bon, peut-être pas, mais... Ah, les corbeaux. Chose principale que l'autre Poufias utilise pour nous avoir. On ramasse la fleur. Aïe. Ouf, la dernière seconde. Ah. Emile Mettamdoui. Emile Hartman. C'est ce con qui a fait en sorte que Tom écrive. Aïe aïe aïe. Ah. Oui, shit. Pas mal. C'est pas la bonne touche. Bon, j'ai utilisé une fleur pour rien, parce que c'était pas la bonne touche. Des flèches et une cache. Toujours sur les flèches dorées. Bah, on n'a pas eu beaucoup d'or, on va dire, mais on a eu bien assez. Voilà, au bout d'une monnaie, mon café a refroidi, mais bon, c'est toujours sympa d'avoir un petit café à côté. En particulier quand t'as le nez qui te brûle comme pas possible. Ah, j'espère que je pourrai travailler cet après-midi. Mettre un petit ventilo pour ça. Parce qu'il fait chaud chez moi. Octobre, c'est encore chaud.
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so,
Barry!
I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
On n'est pas dans la merde, Barry, dépêche-toi, je te fais confiance.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it. I'm on it.
On va commencer avec ça. On va repartir. Non, j'aurais dû y aller avec le gun. Oh putain, il y a trop d'oiseaux. Des oiseaux, des oiseaux. Alors, good for you, mais on n'a pas vraiment le temps pour ça.
Please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest...
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out! Al! God damn it, Al, talk to me!
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Bon bah dis donc, ce sera la deuxième accident de voiture qu'on aura eu.
Wow.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Al, there's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Aïe.
Woo! Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al. I'm great. Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
Pas parce que tu viens de New York que t'es le meilleur, t'inquiète. Mais elle est bien jouée quand même.
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al, I'm not staying here. It's suicide. I'm going to the farm. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Voilà. Il est très peu débrouillard, mais très coriace. Enfin, coriace, non, mais... Si. Peut-être si, coriace. Shit. Ça, c'est pas bon. Ça, c'est pas bon, c'est pas bon, c'est pas bon, c'est pas bon du tout. C'est pas bon du tout, c'est pas bon du tout. Je vais allumer la lumière, je vais rester dans la lumière. Là, je suis dans la lumière. Qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? Oh non, il y a des trucs à récupérer de l'autre côté. T'es pas sérieux? Si, t'es sérieux. Je vais me faire buter, je vais me faire buter. Mais quelque chose à aller prendre là-bas et une lumière. Je vais allumer ça, je vais mettre dedans. Je vais aller prendre le manuscrit. Mettez-moi ce que vous voulez sur la route, je prends le manuscrit quand même. Bande de vous.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Attendez, ah merde. J'avais
For
pas...
the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Ce qui vient de se passer. C'est dommage, j'ai oublié de la lire, je sais pas quand est-ce que je l'ai lu. Mais c'est ce qui vient de se passer du coup. Oh non. C'est nous qui sommes dans la merde parce qu'on n'a pas de lampe. Oui. Faut qu'on court, sauf qu'Alan, bah, il a 2 en, comment ça s'appelle, en endurance, donc. Allez.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Ah, nice. Là, c'est comme ça qu'on fait. Faut que j'allume par contre avant. Ah, encore une page de manuscrit.
I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate. Agent Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
J'imagine qu'il pense qu'on va le tuer, mais... Qu'est-ce qui est arrivé à Nightingale que... Là! Nickel. Aïe! Bah oui qu'il fallait que je saute.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Trust no one in the dark. On fait confiance à personne dans la pénombre. Je m'en fous, je me casse. Bon, bah j'aurais dû prendre l'épée plutôt que d'essayer d'allumer l'autre bidule. Là, je pense que la seule chose que je peux faire, c'est me casser en courant. Maintenant qu'il n'y a plus personne, je continue mon chemin.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Barry, pense tête baissée. Ah! On a une plus grosse lampe torche. Qu'on a autre chose. Faire mon sac à café, des piles. Un de plus? Un de plus.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Je sais pas si c'est Barry. Je me souviens pas de tout de...
Surprise, motherfucker!
On va voir les portes.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path. The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
C'est une histoire d'horreur, comme Alan Wake 2 promet d'être. Bon. Let's go continuer. Ouch. J'ai été code. Oh non. Là par contre ça va être dur. Traverser tout ce champ de mine là. Ah quoique, je l'ai fait facile. Let's go pour le chalet. Il faut la lumière. Non. Oh. Off. On prend le manuscrit. On prend la lumière. La page de fusil.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before.
Ouais, donc en gros, ouais, les frères Anderson ont déjà combattu.
Had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Nice. Maintenant, faut savoir comment monter en haut. Oui, parce que je veux ce thermos à café. Oh, tu me donnes du café, je fonce. Hein. C'est par où? Par là. Ouais. Donnez-moi mon café et je me casse. À chaque fois que je vois ce thermos, je pense à un truc. Il y a une mystery box qui est sortie, qui a été donnée à certains youtubeurs sur le thème d'Alan Wake 2 et je suis deg. J'aurais tellement aimé l'avoir. Il y avait même le thermos dedans. De toute façon, c'est simple. Dès que je peux, je le prends. Mais ce serait tellement cool qu'il la fasse sur commande. C'est que ça. Ah, c'est les couteaux. Merde, il y a un peu beaucoup de monde là. Hop, la lumière. Pas facile du tout. En parlant de lumière, moi ma chambre elle est illuminée, il fait beau aujourd'hui. Il fait surtout chaud.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Il y a quelqu'un.
Hello? Anybody here? Mary!
No! Danny, you're not! Please! What are you? No! Don't! I'm sorry!
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Je vois quasiment rien, au secours. Faut que je descende les volets dans ma chambre.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. the best friends. Suddenly the bad guy who wrote this crap anyway.
Hello.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
Ça explique des choses. Hein? Bonjour Dani. C'est un peu obvious, non? Notre très cher ami.
The home was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Ah bah. Notre ami d'avant nous a filé une voiture, il faut qu'on lise ça.
For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
Ouais, Moss qui s'est fait manipuler. Bon allez, let's go à la ferme avant que Barry...
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
On l'a tous vu, hein. Café. Et mon café. Ben, c'est pas où que je vais aller. Par là-bas, moi j'ai envie d'aller tout droit. Ah, j'ai bien fait. Il y a potentiellement quelque chose pas loin. Ah, qu'est-ce que je disais? Il y a toujours quelque chose de caché, de toute façon. Des balles de revolver. Et une jolie petite cache avec des lance-fusées, lance-grenades, du machin chouette. Nickel comme lui. Hein? Shit. Ah, il y a encore une tour. Allons voir ce que ça donne. Ah, il y a même une arme. Carbine, ce sera mieux, on aura plus de balles à la seconde. Plus de balles dans le chargeur.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the weather service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The sheriff's department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give him a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF FM, hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
L'un des persos les plus gentils du jeu. Bonjour monsieur. Mais... Fusil de chasse. Toujours la joie ces trucs-là. Et déconnons pas trop avec. Je me casse. Désolé mon gars, mais moi j'ai des trucs à faire. Tokyo Drift. Shit. Wow. Je dois passer par en haut pour aller à la ferme ou par en bas? J'imagine par en haut. Ah, il reste pas des lumières lumineuses. Je me casse, hein, les gars. Oh non. Ne me dis pas que c'est ce que je pense. C'est exactement ce que je pense, moi. Et un petit succès. Allez, allez. Bye bye l'objet. Un grand champ de maïs. Qu'est-ce qui pourrait se passer? Oh, pas d'artifice. Oh mon Dieu, ouh. Vous voyez,
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
God damn.
C'est le drame de
So glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Monson.
Shut up and shoot! Ow! We have to fight them all! I can set off more of the fireworks!
Je l'ai
Help
reconnu.
you out! Hey, Al! You know there's ammo and stuff around? This place is stacked! Al, hold on! I'll just get the stage lights on!
Ça je vais. Children of the unknowns.
Valley Wheeler to the rescue! Damn toilet section wiring! Hang on out! I'll get them working again, I promise!
C'est l'un des meilleurs moments du jeu, moi je vous jure. Moi, au lieu de me concentrer, je commence à chanter. J'ai commencé à écouter les musiques du jeu après avoir entendu celle-ci, elle est trop bien. On va profiter. J'adore cette musique. Ouais.
That was awesome!
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
C'était rock'n'roll. Et j'adore cette musique. Poet of the Fall, c'est Poet of the Fall qui a fait ça. Ils l'ont, comment ça s'appelle? Ils l'ont traduit en fait dans le jeu comme étant les musiques des frères Anderson, mais c'est Poet of the Fall qui a fait ça. Et ils ont fait beaucoup de musique du jeu, enfin ils ont fait plusieurs musiques du jeu, ils ont aussi travaillé avec...
See, bestseller, no reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time.
Ah là là. Et comme je disais, du coup, ouais, c'est... Je crois qu'il y a un truc dans la maison là-bas, je vais aller voir. Mais c'est Poet of the Fall qui a travaillé avec les persos, genre avec Remedy et tout ça, pour faire pas mal de trucs. Il y avait une énigme à un moment donné. Oh non, il n'y a rien dans la maison du coup. Il y avait une énigme à un moment donné. Ah, il y a rien dans la maison, mais il y a quelque chose au niveau de la charte. À un moment donné, en fait, dans le contrôle, il y a une énigme qui se... En fait, le seul moyen de savoir, c'est de regarder, en fait, de faire en sorte de lancer une musique, mais à l'envers. Genre, vous trouvez la musique en question, vous la lisez à l'envers, et vous verrez qu'en fait, à un moment donné, il y a des trucs qui se disent. C'est des indices, en fait, pour l'énigme. Et il y a aussi, en fait, pas mal de teasing, en fait, au niveau de l'histoire, qui a été fait avec une musique, je crois que c'était dans American Nightmare, qui est un spin-off, du coup. Et il y a eu, en fait, un teaser pour Ordinary. Et Ordinary, en fait, c'est une petite ville, un village, qui est mentionné dans Control.
As the deputies hauled Wake and Wheeler away, Agent Nightingale eagerly examined the stack of papers Wake had been carrying. It was incomplete, a collection of random pages, but there was enough. He saw his own name in there, among others. His hands shook with emotion. Finally, it was proof. He had been right all along.
Je crois qu'en fait, Nightingale, ce dont il a peur, c'est qu'on le bute. Et il a peur de mourir. C'est pour ça qu'il est aussi... Le truc, c'est pas que c'est pas nous qui allons le buter. Bon, c'est un petit peu nous qui l'avons buté, mais c'est pas nous qui allons le buter, c'est l'ombre. De toute façon, il va mourir. Personne va demander son dû. Quoique, maintenant que j'y pense, ça va être dans Alan Wake 2, ça. Allez hop. Mais ouais, Remedy fait très bien ces jeux. Pas toujours. Bon, ça c'est peut-être un peu normal. Mais c'est pas toujours à 100% super. Contrôle au niveau du storytelling. Et là, des jeux où il y a le moins de storytelling. Tout le storytelling est en fait dans les papiers. Et le storytelling est ambiant. T'as pas de storytelling direct. Donc en fait, tu vois une fille qui va retrouver son frère.
Here has something to say. What's that, Al? Ooh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Aïe aïe aïe. C'est de là. Regardez-moi ça. On dirait moi et mes potes. Et oui, mais comme je disais, Control, en fait, le storytelling est très ambiant. On a beaucoup de storytelling sur le bureau, en fait, sur lequel on est en train de faire des investigations. Mais on a très peu, en fait, de storytelling sur Jesse Faden, caractère principal, et son frère. Donc c'est l'un des jeux où tu as le moins de storytelling et c'est plus fais ci, fais ça, fais ci, fais ça. Mais quand tu explores un peu, en fait, c'est un jeu où il faut explorer. Tu t'en fous du storytelling, tu explores. Et il est quand même très bien. C'est pas le meilleur jeu de Remedy, c'est peut-être l'un des moins bien. Mais je le trouve quand même très très bon. C'est pour ça que j'aime beaucoup Remedy aussi, c'est parce que même quand ils font des jeux qui sont pas à 100% super, ils sont quand même très bons. Juste un style particulier, quoi. C'est quoi qu'il a fait? C'est une page de manuscrit? T'es en train de me dire que j'avais zappé une page de manuscrit. À moins que ce soit pas ça et que je me gourre. Si, c'était ça.
Deputy Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out. He didn't think writers were particularly useful people, and a huge manhunt for one struck him as idiotic. Certainly not worth the missed opportunity for coffee and pie. It wasn't even clear what the man had done, except run from them at the trailer park. Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out.
On a des gens de notre côté, hein. On a des gens de notre côté, c'est déjà ça. À un moment donné, je pense que je me prendrai un moment pour faire tous les trophées. Je ne veux pas laisser le jeu sans avoir fini les trophées.
Went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves. So
sleep. We all spend the fill of our
Night
dreams in
Springs.
its soft embrace,
Man,
somewhere
it's
between
back memories.
fantasy and
Hey,
oblivion.
remember when I got you that gig?
But
Your
dreams
first
have a
real
way of
writing
forcing
job. What got
themselves
you
into
started?
waking life,
Was this one of your
or vice
episodes?
versa. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream, and the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys, and they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat... Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wait.
Ça signe vraiment comme ça, il n'y a pas l'autre mot. Bah d'accord. Encore une fois, c'était le... Comment ça s'appelle? C'était la... Comment ça s'appelle? La manette que je devrais prendre. Par contre, il fait tellement sombre ici. Impossible de voir ce que je dois prendre. Sauf que pour traverser le barrage, il faut que je monte les escaliers.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
En tout cas, ça a l'air de bien de leur faire n'importe quoi. Odin se serait arraché son œil du coup. Ce serait... C'est gore. Main.
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Ah. Bon, c'est ce qu'il faut faire. All God of Asgard. Ragnarok Tour 1975. Succombé à la pourreur et à la colère céleste. Nice. Ok, let's go. T'as vu? Shit. Un peu trop proche, il y a un peu trop de personnes. Moi je me casse. En tout cas, ils sont plus rapides à se faire avoir par cette porte-là. Très grouille en haut. Je vais passer de l'autre côté. J'ai aussi des gens derrière moi. Ah. On est l'un de ceux qui se déplacent de manière bizarre. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Qu'est-ce que j'ai fait? Un peu de que je cherche. Ok. Hop. Petit piège électrique, on n'a pas tout le temps. Hein. Beaucoup de monde. Il y a beaucoup trop de monde, faut que j'utilise mes munitions. J'allais dire les munitions lourdes. C'est aussi comme ça que je les considère, hein, comme des munitions lourdes. Barry, fais-moi une petite place à la lumière. Merci.
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out of here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
C'est ce truc-là qu'il faut qu'on utilise. Encore une fois, à chaque fois, je reprends clavier souris alors que c'est la manette qu'il faut que je reprenne. Je peux monter sur ça, je dois faire quoi?
The door was barred from the other side. I'd have to find another way.
Ou peut-être ici? Non. Donne un coup de pied dans quoi? Ah, la porte ici. Main. Let's go pour la suite. Oh, t'inquiète. Je pense que mon mission pour fusil de chasse, je pense que j'ai tout. Voilà.
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
Ouais, ferme pas l'œil, bye. Toujours garder un ouvert. Hein. Let's go. On est déjà presque 2 heures. Hein. Ramasser, super, torche renforcée. Je pense que c'est ce qu'on a. Hein. Limite d'objet atteinte, on a une lampe, on a des trucs, non. Pas une lampe, une radio.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, you know, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too. Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, you know, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but... Definitely, Pat. Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, you know? Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat. Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
Essayez de pas trop inquiéter les gens. Mais bon. Nous aussi ce qui se passe. Plein milieu du truc, quoi. Genre, on est le centre du truc, en fait. Faut bien quelqu'un. Yeah. Nice. De la lumière. Toujours de la lumière, ça fait toujours plaisir.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Allez, un bon gros coup de pied. Oh non. Si ce truc-là se met à... Comment ça s'appelle? On va devoir le prendre. Encore un deuxième laser.
Oh, hell no!
Non. Ouch. Cette fois-ci, il n'y a pas moyen d'échapper. Il reste loin de moi le temps que je reprenne ma vie. J'ai pas le temps pour vos conneries. Moissonneuse, dès que tu peux, tu dégages. Hein. Merci. J'ai raté. Ah, faut que j'ouvre la porte là-bas. Bon. Il t'en faut combien, toi, des balles? Voilà. Couchez le monsieur. Couchez tout le monde d'ailleurs. Ah. C'est ici que je dois aller. Non, c'est ouvert. Je pensais qu'il fallait donner un coup de pied dedans, mais apparemment. Ok, donc j'ai la clé. Tout ça, c'est tout ce qu'il faut faire après. Ah, c'est ici.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, let's go, man.
Oh shit, Sherlock. Plus tôt on sera hors de là, le mieux ce sera.
I think we're gonna have to work together to get this gate out. Looks pretty heavy. Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there.
Nice.
This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
On va être à la maison.
Come on, one
Au
more
Valhalla.
Let's do this thing.
All God knows the truth. Quelqu'un est venu par ici. J'ai exploré un petit peu, voir s'il y a des poches. Je pense que j'en ai, comment ça s'appelle, manqué plein, mais le truc c'est qu'il faudra tout explorer, genre. Je sais que dans le jeu, il y a un easter egg avec des tombes. Faudrait que je reparte voir, pour voir. Bref, allons dans la maison.
The lights are out. Guess we better check the fuse box.
Ouais, thermos. Pose-toi bas, par contre. Trouver la boîte à fusible. Attends 2 secondes. Je vais 2 secondes vérifier, examiner.
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
Yep, 2 secondes. Juste check un petit peu. Pour du thermos à café. Je veux ce thermos, hein. Dès qu'il sort, je le prends. Paris, pousse-toi.
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were on the booby hatch.
Yeah, I don't think they keep too close an eye on them at the clinic. They seem to slip away a lot so they can get wasted.
No kidding. Those guys sound awesome.
Je les adore, ces gens.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
C'est exactement ce qui va se passer.
Come on, Al. Let's get the lights on, huh?
Oui, t'inquiète. Je sais pas où est-ce qu'elle est, la fusebox. Elle est là. Boîte à fusible. Nickel.
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
I'm the lady of the night, got mad with the dark. C'est pas dark, mais c'est night. Allez, écoutons le disque. Terminons en beauté cet épisode.
That's how you
Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
Seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? And even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Et qui pensait que ça allait être la fin de l'épisode. Au final, on a encore quelque chose à faire.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off.
Alice? Alice!
I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crashed car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her.
Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobwebs she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
I'd woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Et là, on a la musique en fond. Et ça, c'est la musique du coup qui avec l'histoire de du poète et du lac du coup. C'est l'histoire de Thomas Zane en musique. J'ai préféré vous laisser la fin sans parler. Que c'est quand même la grosse révélation. À partir de l'épisode 4, l'épisode 5 et l'épisode 6, ça va être résolution de problème. Et après, il y aura les 2 DLC. Pour moi, c'est la moitié de l'aventure. Les 2 DLC sont quand même très importants, donc je vais les faire avant que le 2 sorte. J'aurais adoré faire Control avant Alan Wake 2, sauf que j'ai pas eu le temps, j'ai pas eu ce qu'il fallait, quoi. Et même là, je suis en train de prioriser Alan Wake au-dessus de Lies of P et de la dernière partie Destiny que je dois sortir. Tout ceci étant dit, ça aurait été un magnifique épisode. Ça aurait été un très bon épisode d'Alan Wake, j'adore toujours autant ce jeu. C'est le meilleur épisode, là, d'Alan Wake qui vient de se passer. La musique, le concert, c'est trop bien. Ils font vraiment fait du bon boulot à Remedy pour pouvoir faire en sorte que même la musique, ce soit pas des musiques random. Après, c'est vrai qu'ils ont aussi fait de la musique pour Control, ils ont fait de la musique pour American Nightmare. Et je viens de voir en fait, pour Alan Wake 2, ils ont vraiment envie d'y aller à fond. Donc j'ai vraiment hâte de voir ce qu'ils vont faire. J'ai joué à Control, j'ai joué à Alan Wake, j'ai vu Quantum Break, j'ai envie de le faire du coup. Il y a aussi les Max Payne, qui sont aussi de très bons jeux de Remedy, de ce que j'en ai entendu. Il y a beaucoup de personnes qui en disent beaucoup de bien. Et c'est pour ça en fait que je me dis que j'ai vraiment envie en fait. C'est vraiment mon éditeur préféré, c'est Remedy. Ce que je savais pas, c'est que quand la musique s'arrête, bah ça passe. Là, j'ai toute la musique qui vient de passer. Mais bon, ça va être l'épisode prochain, donc l'épisode 5. Prochain épisode sur ma chaîne. Et oui, je reste sur un épisode par épisode. Il en reste 4. On en est à la moitié. Sur ce, j'espère que vous avez passé une bonne journée, une bonne soirée, une bonne je sais pas trop quoi. Et je vous dis à la prochaine pour de nouvelles aventures. Et encore beaucoup de Alan Wake. Voilà. Ciao, ciao les gens.